What's up folks, Phil Meyer here. This is a guide and walkthrough for the All Saints Wake event in Final Fantasy XIV, running now through February 2nd, 2022. Completing the event will earn you cosmetics and home furnishing items. Like usual, I'll give you the facts and touch on the story. Please use the chapter timecodes in the video description if you need help with something specific. To start the quest, you must be at least level 15, have completed the main scenario quest, It's Probably Pirates, and have made your way to Gridania. Head to Miketo's Amphitheater in Gridania and talk with the Adventurers Guild investigator to start the first quest, which is called All Clowns Wake. The investigator claims there's a troupe of entertainers in the region who are actually malicious fiends in disguise. He asks your help in helping to investigate further. Accept the quest and you'll be tasked to learn more. There are 4 NPCs, 2 in Old Gridania and 2 in New Gridania that you'll need to find and speak to. Track these NPCs down and you'll learn that a red-nosed individual has been inviting some of the locals to a secret feast. This does not at all sound suspicious. You can next return to the guild investigator to report your findings. He'll ask you to go undercover to learn more. He'll let you know that the individual has been sighted near the river by the Leatherworkers Guild. He asks you to go investigate further. Head on over and wait at the appointed spot and you'll eventually meet the individual who goes by Papa Gruff. Papa Gruff invites you to his feast and asks you to join him near Bent Branch Meadows with the other locals to begin. Before heading to Bent Branch, you'll speak with the guild investigator once again, who was eavesdropping nearby. He'll ask you to continue playing detective, after which you can make your way to Bent Branch Meadows. Make your way to the quest marker near the Bent Branch docks. You'll eavesdrop on Papa Gruff and his family and confirm your suspicions that he's up to no good. Report your findings once again to the guild investigator, who has now made his way to Bent Branch as well. This will complete the first quest, All Clowns Wake. Continue speaking to the investigator and you'll meet the occult expert that he's brought with him for consultation. Everyone decides that you should take the occult expert's experimental instruments with you to the feast and infiltrate it. This will start the event's second quest, called A Feast to Remember. Head over to where you saw Papa Gruff underneath the Bent Branch docks and speak with him. He's excited to have you join the feast and will unlock the duty, the Phantom's Feast. You can now queue up for the duty by talking with Papa Gruff's Harlequin associate. The duty has no traditional combat, so you can queue up as any class type that you'd like. When you reach the feast, you'll find that you have 2 actions. The first action lets you use the occult expert's lantern to attack in a small AoE cone in front of you. You can use this to take out the clown wraiths that can be found in the dungeon. Note that the lantern can hold 3 charges and has a bit of a charge time. Keep your eye on this so you don't find yourself defenseless while exploring the dungeon. The second action lets you splash lost souls found in the dungeon with holy water, which will free them and allow them to return home. Your goal here is to make your way through the dungeon while freeing lost souls. Eventually, you'll find the first boss fight, which is against Papa Gruff's son. The goal for the fight is to open the pumpkin chests that spawn by walking over them. You'll be doing this while avoiding the AoE attacks from the dropping bombs. Once you've opened enough chests, you'll complete the fight and move on. You'll have another segment of exploring the dungeon and freeing lost souls, and eventually you'll find the second boss fight, which is against Mama Gruff. For this fight, you'll need to consume the food dishes that appear while avoiding or defeating the wraiths that spawn. Occasionally, exquisite dishes will spawn, which take more time to consume but add more to the completion total. After you and your teammates have eaten enough to satisfy Mama Gruff, you'll move on into the next section of the dungeon. Continue exploring the dungeon, freeing lost souls, and eventually you'll make your way to the third and final battle, which is against Papa Gruff. This battle requires you free lost souls with your holy water while avoiding or defeating the wraiths that spawn. Towards the latter half of the battle, Papa Gruff will start making AoE attacks from the side that take up most of the battlefield. Keep an eye on the order that the area attacks start, as they will overlap each other. You'll need to be spry and quickly move around the arena to avoid the attacks. When you've freed enough lost souls, you'll win the battle and complete the fate, which will earn you pumpkin cookies. Now, just a final note on this duty, your health won't regenerate while you're in the dungeon. If your character is incapacitated, you'll be driven out of your body, and you'll have to slowly make your way back to revive. Once you completed the duty, you can return to the investigator back at Miketo's Amphitheater in Gridania and hand over one of the cookies. The investigator was glad to hear that the occult expert's tools worked out, and they feel that they now have a good handle on how to deal with Papa Gruff and the troop. They've warned the locals not to join the feast. You'll overhear a conversation between Papa Gruff and his family that seems to imply the story is to be continued in the future. This will complete the quest, which will earn you an in-game achievement and clown face paint cosmetic, which can be applied by the esthetician. It's at this point that the event vendor, the Shady Smock, will be unlocked in the amphitheater. You can use the cookies earned from the duty to buy event items, including the clown outfit pieces and home furnishing items. If you need more cookies, you can recomplete the duty, which can now be more conveniently accessed from the Harlequin guide that appears on the amphitheater stage. Additionally, you can now talk with the genial geyser in the amphitheater to access the Haunted Manor, which was an area used in past All Saints wakes. Within the manor's Room 108 is an imp who will allow you to temporarily take the appearance of another character from the game. You're otherwise free to explore the manor and take some spooky screenshots or make creative YouTube videos as you see fit. I personally enjoyed this event, and along those lines I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and take care everyone.